All right, well, let's dial it back, man. Let's talk about kind of how this started. I read you had a great piece. I want to say it was in Deadline, where you mentioned that this film you made this film for the two women in your story, your mother and your wife. And I'm curious, were they sort of the impetus in the beginning from day one? Did you find that along the way? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, for me it was more at the end. I had written the script. I had done it very stream of consciousnessly, and when it was all done, I realized a little bit more on a psychoanalysis level what I had been chasing and doing. It wasn't like I sat down to write it for my mom or my wife, but at the end I said, okay, I see what I'm kind of thematically chasing. My mom. My mom passed away 10 years ago. It was the kind of body blow of my life, and it was the one that I didn't know for a while. I was a 30-year-old guy. I didn't know if I would get off the mat. And about a year to the day after that happened, I met my wife. And so I wasn't sitting and actively thinking about any of that, but I was writing about a kind of love and relationship like I have with my wife. And I was trying to write about some kind of losses and tragedy that are like what I experienced with my mom, and trying to find the message that comes with finding the positivity, finding the love and the romance between these really hard spells in our life. So I wasn't aware I was doing any of that. I was just sitting at a computer and writing some stuff. And then at the end, I was like, that it doesn't require a therapist for $100 an hour to try and sort this one through.
Just kind of work through it
Yeah.
there. You mentioned watching the trailer. That was 6 months ago. About how long ago were you working on this? Were you writing Life Itself?
I wrote Life Itself about 4 years ago. I was making it between the first and second seasons of This Is Us.
That's what I was going to ask. Is where does that line up with This Is Us? Because
So-
it's definitely. I'm curious how either one of those projects might have influenced the other as you were working on them.
I think I was in a similar headspace in my life. They were written within a similar calendar year or two. I think I had actually written the film first and finished it after the pilot of This Is Us was made. So they happened kind of in a period about 3, 4, 5 years ago, and that was kind of how it all started.